take a very, very complex, costly problem and organize it and streamline it so that it's efficient and so that it's effective. So it's sort of like in anything in life, if you believe in yourself that you can and you have the ability, so you can either do it right now and learn as you go, or you can just learn. You know what I mean? But you always have to take action. Action is the ignition. So action's the point of ignition where belief and faith create the combustion of the fuel that fuels your intuition to becoming more and more switched on and more confident. Because you got to think about it, the more confident you are in your decision making, the less indecision you're going to have. And confidence is just certainty. So, you know, certainty, like if we think about it like this, well, I should, if I want to be more confident in my personal decision making ability, well then I want to be more certain in, you know, what I'm looking for. What are the results that I want to get out of this? You know, like my confidence is in, you know, the value and worth that I bring. And just one sec. Oh yeah. And you know, things like that. So it's like, if we're not feeling confident in life or in our decisions, we're always going to be second guessing ourselves. But from what I've found, the second guessing is the ego. My ego is the one that second guesses. If I follow my heart and my intuition, I will always reach what I seek. Like, haven't you ever noticed that in your own life? When you just really want something in life and you just go for it and you just don't care, you just do whatever's required. That is manifestation. That is the action of manifesting, is when you focus so much on something it becomes an obsession, and then you just let go to needing to plan and you just do the actions that are needed to get you to where you want to be. So like if you're a salesperson, it's literally just doing the calls, you know, practicing your script, you know, like becoming more proficient at language, understanding how language influences others' minds and all this other stuff. So it's like, oh, sorry, you know, like in any moment in life, you can change your circumstances to being able to essentially do anything you want to do in life. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean that it's going to be, you know, it might cost money, it might cost energy and time, but essentially in you know, 21st century life, you can learn a master's degree on YouTube and Google, like for free. The information is not scarce anymore. Like the majority of information that we get in textbooks is based out of 40 to 50 years research that was done 40 to 50 years ago. Like, you know, a lot of our stuff, and that's because of how groundbreaking these, you know, these theses and understandings were, and frameworks, that they've lasted 40 to 50 years, you know. And it's sort of like, you can literally learn whatever you need to learn. Like I do it all the time. Because the thing is education systems, they force you to learn through a specific framework that is a one-size-fits-all framework, you know? So you don't get adapted learning, where you can learn general knowledge and then highly specific knowledge. Like typically the lessons are so small in comparison to what it actually takes to learn it. So like things like if you want to learn economics, yeah, you gotta put in like maybe 6 to 8 hours of studying just on economic theses and principles and formulas, like just to have a comprehensive understanding after 3 months. Like people don't understand that. So like in school, you'll do 1 to 2 hours of class per week per subject at university. Like that is nowhere near enough time to learn it. So it's like by being able to teach yourself, you're able to actually spend the amount of time required to actually learn it without having to waste time and effort learning what someone else thinks is important, not what is actually effective. Because that's the unfortunate truth. Like, don't get me wrong, like I learned so much at university and it's a great experience, but it is so stale and stagnant in terms of it is not flexible in thinking. It conditions and teaches specific ways and views on business and the market that tends to be quite obscure from the actual market results. So like things like, you know, some business teachers are a bit too idealized and idealists, I can't say that word, but basically they're a bit too poncy up their own arse and they think that they know everything about everything because they've read a couple of books and they may have written a peer-reviewed study that isn't actually being tested. Like academic testing is nowhere near as comprehensive as real-world testing. Like many academics know this, that, you know, there is a greater volume of variability in the results when performing in the real world because there are so many different people. So it's like, yeah, a lot of them have a bit of a skewed view to where it's not based in reality. And then what happens is you get these degrees and you go for the job and the job's absolutely nothing like what you learned. Like, don't get me wrong, I did financial planning and accounting and commerce, but yeah, no, it's sort of like a lot of what we learn in accounting isn't applicable because everyone was using business software. So business suite software is like MyOb. So like sitting there and spending all this time wasted learning formulas in Excel, you know, while it's good to have as a skill, it's irrelevant because the rate of informational and change and technological change is only going forward. So it's good if it regresses, but the likelihood of it regressing is not high. But it's the ego of academics that they think it's the right way to be able to do it. When it's sort of like we use calculators so we don't have to do, you know, arithmetic. But yeah, well, I hope you just have a great day and you enjoy that chat, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.